Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, my time with you, as always, 3 p.m. Today we're talking about how to find the best accountant. And I'm just kind of thinking that why do you need to find them? It's right here in front of you. So I am the best one, and so you don't need to look for one. But anyway, it is important for you to know how to look for one. And I might not be the best fit for you. So let's figure it out together. And before we go on to the content, I'd like to lead you to our Community CPA website. You're looking at the website just as I am looking at the website. And here you find a lot of information and you can make an appointment with us right here, right now. If you click me, I am the CEO and the managing partner for Community CPA. So if you click me, you will find time that I am available. So looks like my previous time, today is 26, so it's all kind of booked, right? So it's on the 30th I have time. So with that said, and you may say that, okay, I do need to talk to you, but I don't have time, I'm too busy. And everything we talked about online, the education we do for the public is all here. And you can come to YouTube channel, type in Community CPA, and you'll find all of our videos. Right now I'm doing this how to find the best accountant, but previously I also did still have time to save taxes. You know what? That particular one is still doable because we're not over December 31st, 2023 yet. Even if we are over that day, there's some of the tools are still available. So there is just I would say a many choices that you can have and to save taxes. It's not just relied or depends on one thing. So variety of choices you would have. So let's go into our webinar today, how to find the best accountant. Obviously there's no absolute best for everybody kind of accountant, and everybody is designed and suitable to certain market. So if you are Elon Musk, you come to Ying, goes, can I find you as my best accountant? I will tell Elon Musk that no, I am not, because I have not worked with large public company like yours and to really know exactly what to do for you. But I am a good accountant for many other people. So of course, my ego drives me to think that maybe one day I will be Elon Musk's accountant. If you happen to know him, tell him that is my New Year resolution for 2024. Don't you love my ambition? All right. By now I hope that you know you're coming to Community CPA channel to meet with Ying. I am the founder and managing partner for Community CPA. I really, I am here today. I will tell you all of my past is accounting after accounting, tax after tax, audit after audit, and I didn't really have a lot of other varieties in life. It is just pretty much, this is the profession I had spent all of my significant career years on. So obviously I'm still here, so we are still talking about accounting. I am trajectory over to the next 15 years, we will still be here talking about accounting. And with this slides, you can see, I wrote a book back in 2019. That was my first book. And the book is all about how to start up a business. It's called Appointment with Ying at 8 a.m. And I also published the second book this year. It is called Appointment with Ying at 10 a.m. This book is different from the first one. The first one is talking about starting up the business. The second one is growing your business, grow. And it is a different task. It is different requirement. Thinking about how you come through from original business owner, starting up little things. Now you're big, you make millions, you transact multi-millions. And with those kind of transaction, your need is different and your perspective to business is different. and your trajectory to your future and how you manage your business is also different. So that's why I wrote the second book, to kind of show you how all of my clients come through that way, and also tell you my personal stories, how I come through that way. As you may know, Community CPA is not a firm that we bought, right? Community CPA grew from one client, $600 a year revenue, to now 10,000 client, multi-million-dollar company. So we're not talking something we don't know anything about. We are giving you what we know, and that is actually pretty solid. And I think you will enjoy interacting and learning, and then being in business partnership with Community CPA. No responsibility disclaimers is sheerly free information for you, and I'm not trying to destroy anybody, and I am not trying to putting pressure on Elon Musk so he would come over to do accounting with me. No, not at all. And it's just a place, a platform I can share with what I know freely to you, and you let me do that without being too critical at what we're talking about. And if you felt like our information is really helpful, give us a thumb up or engage us for specific services, right? All right, important to small business owners. So what is important to small business owners? And I will tell you that I just meet too many small business owners. There are some business owners, they start up their business, they don't know how, they make mistakes, they pay penalties, and they get audited by the government. They suffered all kind of things. And with that, they learn and they know that how to run business properly. But I'm just challenging those business owners who hasn't really met anything difficult, but you also know that you are doing something that is not supposed to do. And I don't need to name what that is, but people who are hearing me as a small business owners, and we knew what we are talking about. I will say to you is, obviously, IRS has no ability to audit everyone on earth, just not possible. So there are some wrongdoings out there of other business owners. You might know and you see them get away from that, but that is not a path for you to follow, because if you can recognize the need you have in your business, and you know the moment that you're going to tell yourself, I'm going to do everything absolutely correctly. And that is a business owner, knows how to go extra miles, knows how to become very successful. And you learn as you go, and your can-do spirit just going to drive you. Oh yeah, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. But that can-do spirit also can be a demise to you. That can make you feel like you don't need an accountant, you don't need Ying, and you're just gonna do everything you know how, and you already know how. And I will tell you that the more success you are, the more need you do experience and should know that you need other professionals. And to know the help that you need, that's the key, okay? And you obviously small business owners, and we are all looking for the lowest fees possible for the best value. But we also know that it is just a little different in terms of fee, in terms of, buying a product. The price is easy to shop, right? If you like to buy this air conditioners with this certain model, you type into Amazon, you type into Google, you can find the price all over the place, and it is exactly the same thing. You can buy a lot cheaper somewhere else, and rather than dealing with somebody right in your local area. But it is not the same with professional service. That includes every professional service, from architecture to attorney, from attorney to CPA firm, from CPA firm to your little tax shop somewhere, and accounting firm, bookkeepers. It's not the same, because what you are paying is really the level of sophistications they have in their business to be able to help you. You know, the CPA firms, a lot of times, they're established in the way that they're specialized in something. So for example, we know CPA firms who does marijuana related, cannabis related business. So they know, they know Section 280 and they apply special things for that business. So a lot of times when you are in the special industry, you're looking for that specific industry CPA firms, and you're looking for a long-term partner, and you want this long-term partner, the CPA firms or the firm or the individual, to really know what software you're going to use and how you're going to grow your business. So I know your desire. Those are important for you. So of course, these are the things you're looking for, and you also know that it's not exactly like buying an air conditioner and you can shop. And this thing, when you shop, you feel like you don't know where you make that decision. You just simply go by the personality that the person you met, right? Don't do that. Let me give you some benchmarks so you kind of know how to search for the best accountant. And first of all, I want you to really understand the titles. So what is bookkeeper? What is accountant? What is tax accountant? What is auditor? Attorney, lawyers, you know, financial planners, you know. So how these things kind of wrapped around your business. First of all, bookkeeper. So who are the bookkeeper? Bookkeepers are the bean counters. So they counting your dollars. And normally, for small business owners, you have a bookkeeper internally. Maybe that is your spouse, and it could be your high school kids. Who knows? It's someone just knows how much you receive, how much your expenses, and really it's just adding and subtracting kind of function. But what's the difference between bookkeepers and accountant? When someone putting the accountant on their name, and they're the one that understanding debit and credit, and they're not adding and subtracting anymore, they're doing accounting work, which means which means that if you pay a check and you debit your expenses, your credit payable, and when you write the check out to the vendor, and you will be debiting payables and crediting the bank. So people who actually run debit credit, balance your trial balance, balance your general ledger, those are accountant. And let me go to the CPA, Certified Public Accountant. What is Certified Public Accountant? What's the difference between accountant and a Certified Public Accountant? I would say that someone with accounting bachelor degree, they are accountant. But if someone with master degree in accounting and passed the Certified Public Accountant exam, they are CPAs. CPAs also have the practicing CPA and non-practicing CPA. Some CPA don't don't practice publicly, but some CPA do, right? So the experience on CPAs are very different. The CPAs could also be the tax accountant. Did you see that tax accountant there? What that mean? That means individual who are actually focused on tax preparation and knows filing taxes, also understand the tax forms, which is a part of the information from the financial statement from the accountant. So this kind of gives you an idea, okay, if I just want accountant, I'm not asking for tax accountant. If I am asking for tax accountant, maybe this tax accountant knows accounting or maybe not. So, I need to know where they are in terms of their understanding, right? What about auditor? Auditors, I am not talking about the IRS auditors who knocking your door wanting to audit you. I am talking about the people you can hire as auditor. Those are more of companies that need to be audited. For example, if you're a nonprofit organization and before you apply for fundings and the funder says that, do you have an audited financial statement for us to review? That is what auditors do. So some CPA firm has audit service, some not. So you need to know, right? If you happen to need to be audited. Sometimes when the partners or the business owners got into litigation and the court is going to decide who gets how much, at that time the court will say, okay, get an auditor and audit your financial statement, so we can go with the financial statement to split up your wealth, right? Attorney, lawyers, attorney can do all of the above except the auditor. Auditors are certified public accountant. And the attorney can be a bookkeeper, attorney can be accountant, attorney can be tax accountant, an attorney just cannot be the auditor, and they're also not the CPA. So attorney can do a lot of things, you can tell. And if you have a tax litigation and you're going on to tax court, that's when you need attorney who are specialized in tax and accounting. So attorney, when they graduate from law school, they just a general degree, and they don't have any specialty. And they grow their specialty when they come into the society and knowing what, the job they got, and then they grow into specialty, right? So that's why you have immigration attorney, you have real estate, a closer attorney, and you have tax attorney and things like that. So attorneys are also the kind of professionals and you're looking for. Financial planners. Financial planners are not attorney, and they're also not certified public accountant. They're not auditor. They're not tax accountant. They can be accountant and they can be bookkeeper. I guess they could even also be tax accountant, but they're not CPA. They're not auditor. They're not attorney. So what do is they are the people who take the money you have in the bank and investing in the certain ways to supply your future, right? And so they also handling money. So a lot of times people are confused with financial planners to the tax accountant, because these two kind of people are working so closely together, because the financial planner will say that, well, you can invest in 401k, so that way you can save taxes. I can also invest it for you. And as soon as they say save taxes, and you need to go back to your tax accountant, goes, oh yes, my planner said that I can do this and that and save taxes. Did you know that? And then your tax accountant will say, yes, I do. And so they coordinate together to work for you, right? So these are a whole slew of titles I gave you. Just want you to kind of understand our industry, like who you are really looking at. And when you work with a financial planner, and you need to be clearly understanding anything related to taxes, you need to go to tax accountant. When you work with a tax accountant, you need to clearly understand anything related to the numbers on your taxes are related to your bookkeeper or your accountant. Unless you have all of them in one, then of course you can do everything in one. But I will tell you, in our firm, we don't have all of that in one. We have accountant who does accounting, financial statement. We obviously do not have bookkeepers because all of our folks are professionals and they are accountant. Then we have tax accountant as a line of business. So we have accounting, financial, tax accounting, then we have audit team. And of course, a lot of our accountants are certified public accountant, our auditors are. And then we also have attorneys. We don't have financial planners in community CPA, but we work with a lot of financial planners to get what you need done. So once you know what kind of professional you need, you will search the firm that has those kind of professionals as a majority of their staff. So for example, you want tax accountant because you already have your bookkeeper, you just need the tax people to do your taxes, right? And so you want to search for the tax accountant, you will find the CPA firm in your area or whatever other conditions you want to satisfy, you will find them. So I say that to make sure they are not just one, right? You should never work a professional work with one person. I mean, because this is a professional service, right? You know that in our service, in professional, in accounting, attorney, CPA service, what kind of capital do we need? We don't need any capital, right? We just need our head, our brain. It's not like you're looking for manufacturing. They cannot change their product very fast. They already have the machine there. They produce the same product, so you can always find them. But with professionals, people like us, if they're one person, anything could happen. They found a job, or they got tired of you, or they just don't want to be that anymore. Have you not seen those? Yeah, I have seen too many. And, doing some work, then next year they got tired, or IRS come around, audit them, they give up. So it's too easy to give up in this profession because it doesn't require any capital. Because of that, you want to look for a firm that is on the market for a long run. You cannot rely on one. So continue on that, identify the size of the firm to ensure a long-term working relationship. That is so important. That's why the large companies are going for KPMG, right? And it's not because they love KPMG prices. No. That because they knew that the continuities and the longevity of the relationship is there. So they couldn't really come around to a small firm because you may not exist, but that company gonna exist for a long time. So with that said, size of the firm is actually a big deal. It is important to consider. And identify your communication style, because when you look for a firm, you also have your own preference, right? Are you the kind of person in-person visiting kind of person, or you are a Zoom person, or you're just a portal person? You don't even want to talk to anybody. You just want everything to be on portal. So depends on what kind of style you have. That determines what kind of firm, what firm you're going to be looking for. If you are a in-person meeting kind of people, then obviously you're going to search locally. Make sure that you can reach that place to find that firm. And if you are more, comfortable online, then you don't care. You're going to find the best of the firm. Who cares where they are? I mean, in our firm, I would say that, just not too long ago, I was looking at the revenue sources for community CPA. About 10% of our sales, am I right? About 12% of our sales is coming from people who are not even in any of our branch locations. So that means, we have 4 different branches, right? There are 12% of people are from other places. We only meet on Zoom. We just do portals. And so, that tells you there are people more and more into these kind of remote connections. They don't feel weird. They're comfortable. So identify yours, then you can decide, right? Search internet to learn the specific subject you need to know and see if there is a firm jump out at you and make you feel like to contact them. I'll tell you that majority of our remote clients are finding us on YouTube channel. So a couple of the videos we have on YouTube channel are generating large amount of clients. So one of them is the ERC side of things. I know ERC kind of getting to finish, but then the other one we have is generating a lot of clients is the mark-to-market election and day trader business side of consultation. So, just finding what you want to do. Maybe your challenge is that I want to change my, my calendar year to fiscal year, and my income is all generated in November, December, but my calendar year ends on December, so I'm paying too much taxes. So I want to change that. So who can help me do that? Search for it. Change fiscal year. And questions on fiscal year, and then you go on YouTube channel, look for that. I'm not sure our company will pop up for you, but we have talked a lot about fiscal year accounting method and the tax structures and things like that. So search for your topic, then see whether you can line up a couple of firms, then you can call them to figure out. And interview firms by simply call. I will tell you that I know when you call community CPA, you're not going to get into me, but you are reaching out to our staff. We don't have a lot of staff. We just have about 40 people, right? You'll reach one of us. And when you talk on the phone, from that one person, you can sense the culture of the firm. So just be really, not to be shy, and don't bother to email, and simply dial the number and call. And our firm opens on Saturday. If you don't have time Monday to Friday, call Saturday. I mean, our firm, we understand a lot of small businesses issue. I can't tell you how much we understand. The only thing I can benchmark that for you is our firm, ourselves, coming from there. We did not buy into our firm to be this way. We grew this firm from one person, from one business owner, $600 a year income to today. Over 10,000 clients, multi-million-dollar sales. So that gives you a sense, right? And so it's really get yourself out there and search for the people you talk to and get a feel. That's important. The service you are looking need to be what the firm always do. To find a cheaper price, you absolutely can find a cheaper price. But the way to look for that cheaper price is not exactly Google to see whose price is lowest, because you're not comparing apple to apple. In that case, you're actually just comparing price, which means really very little. Sorry, I need to cough. I went to Canada to spend time with my mom, and she had her 90 years birthday. And then when I come back, I am pretty sure I bought to US the Canadian virus. I'm just coughing a little bit. But who is not sick? I mean, everybody is getting cold. So I called one of my clients, says, "Oh, I'm having this cough. Do you still want to come to see me?" Client goes, "Oh yes, I am coming. I don't, who is not sick?" So true. All right, the service you are seeking need to be what the firm has always been doing. That's really important. If the firm is good at what they have always been doing, the price for that service would have been established long before you join the family. So you don't want to go into a firm, they have never done that, then you ask for price, they will tell you they don't know, right? But if you go into a firm, they have done that before. When you ask for price, the price is right there because they know exactly what to give you. And even if someone give you a lower price, that might mean, obviously I do have that experience. We offer the price, someone come in and only ask for 1/3 of our price. So the client went. A year later, client came back. And the kind of low price can come from several areas in a CPA firm. Number one, their software is cheaper. There is always cheaper software out there. And for community CPA, we actually use the most expensive software on the market. And not because we like to pay more money to our vendor, it's because the more priced software just simply means it's better designed and can help human errors, like preventing that. And if you have a software that is made too cheaply, and it doesn't really help on compliance side. So I care about those professional software being very, very upscale. So things that we, human brain, don't understand or know, the software will remind you. So that's the kind of software we were using. And the cheaper ways to run the firm could be hiring cheaper professionals. But if you hire people cheaply, obviously people has a way to go for somewhere pays better. So you really cannot retain the best professionals if you go on that route. So we don't play that game here. And the CPA firms, the one runs really well out there, they can't afford to play that game. And normally, when the firm is small, they don't have training dollars allocated. In our firm, our training dollars is almost $100,000 a year. So that is how much investment we put in on the 40 people we have. Okay, and normally the small CPA firm or the firms that can give you lower price, they're not technology driven. They don't utilize or invest in existing technology, not to say future technology. So, but in our firm, we are a bunch of people are very into technology because that is our friend. That can help us to run firms smoothly and avoiding human errors, right? Some startup professional firms are lack of experience, do not know how to deal with certain professional work, and might even do it wrong. It is not, I have never seen it, I have seen it too many times. The loss you experience for going to cheaper service and just in your way, in your definition is cheaper, then that could cause a lot of issues down the road. It's not worth it. And really, what you do want to get a cheaper service, but you want to make sure that you are comparing apple to apples, right? And most of the successful small businesses are focused on finding a better suitable firm. So they felt like they belonged to the firm first. Then within that firm's price structure, you explore the way to make it price down. So how to look for suitable or better firm? We talked about looking at history of the firm, technology advancement, and the leadership team, and you just get to feel of the people. Their partner, look at the partners. I mean, if you have a firm with partners are all in their 60s, no, that is not a good sign because these partners are retiring and you want to make sure that you see young partners in the CPA firm. That is very critical. That is very important. And only that way can sustain the firm to be around. Otherwise, they will be sold. And next thing you know that the firm you were looking for already changed the name. And the culture of the firm is really important. You have to agree with the culture. For example, I mean, people in our firm, we speak collectively 10 different languages. So our client is really coming from all walks of life. And you can see people coming into the firm. They're African Americans, Latinos, and Muslim folks, and everywhere people coming in. But if you are the kind of person that worried about the blood is contaminated, then maybe the culture doesn't fit, right? So it's really the culture is the key. You have to get along with the people you want to have a long-term relationship with. And location, of course, matters or doesn't matter, and that is your decision. But how to get the lowest price from this better firm? Okay, you nailed this firm. You're like, I like this firm. I like community CPA, but I still want the best price, the cheapest price. How do I get that? Yes, you can get that. And you can promise the accountant or people who work with you in the firm a timely delivery of data. When we want something from you, you're right there. You don't drag us around. And that's really difficult for us to give you a cheaper price, right? Because you're taking too much of our time to even nail down what your mileage is. And so you want to promise your potential CPA firm a timely delivery of data. And that's so important. I'll tell you, if you can just go to that CPA firm, you say, I want discount from you. I promise you that I will deliver data every time you ask me, no delay. And if you really can do that, they can really do that to you as well, because time is money. And if you're timely, and they will move fast, so your account would be okay, even with discount. Negotiate a fixed fee to include other billable time. And for example, CFO package, you can ask for CFO package, and they're charging you a fixed fee. Then you literally can ask any questions to the CPA firm, like how you have a CFO of your own, right? And you can also ask for bookkeeper's package. So you can ask for a package and so have them put together. And allow virtual conference and a virtual discount, right? So getting virtual discount just means that, okay, I paid for service, but I'm going to have, now I know you guys, I'm going to just do Zoom meeting, so you don't have to, I don't have to come to your office, and your office don't have to, make reservation for me. I'm just going to book it online and see you guys online. So that is a help to the firm, and it will give you a leg up for getting better discount. set up an ACH with a firm to pay monthly small fees for annual service. That's another thing. And now you got a price for filing the tax return, and you're like, I don't really want to pay it in one shot. Can I just start paying $200 a month so I can get that all done by the end of the year? Then you can charge me for the total and ACH, so there's no hassle and no mistakes, and it's just easy going and easy done, right? So those are greatest suggestions from you to the firm. Tell them that you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Therefore, can I have discount? And I bet you will get that. So this is really the best way to shop for cheaper, but stay with the better. And this 30 minutes talk really is that. I just want to share with you, if I have a brother and a sister who is looking for CPA firm, and that's what I would tell them. And look for the one you feel fit, and look for the one with the skills, and making sure it's a mature firm can have a long-lasting relationship. And then the rest of it is you and that firm, and figure out a cheaper price for yourself. You can do it. Remember, business owners are like, can't do it. We can do everything, right? I know you agree with me. Email Catherine@communitycpa.com. That is our email address, folks, and you can always send in your request and what you'd like to hear from our team. And you can call this number, 515-288-3188. We open Monday to Saturday, 6 days a week, from 8:30 to 5:30. Hey, don't forget to go on to YouTube channel, and you can definitely click subscribe. Then you will be looking, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll be getting notifications every time we talk about something. If it is interesting to you, and you can make a note to listen to that later, or you can hop on to listen to our live broadcast. I will see you again on Saturday and talk to you. Bye-bye.